F1 News: Red Bull chief speaks out over Max Verstappen outburst on Esteban Ocon. Lost his rag with Force India driver Esteban Ocon, after the Frenchman cost him victory at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Ocon caused a collision with the Dutch leader with 27 laps to go, earning himself a 10-second stop-and-go penalty, the most severe punishment before disqualification. Red Bull's Verstappen ended up finishing second to Lewis Hamilton, and was left raging. The 21-year-old pushed Ocon after the race and branded him an idiot, which has since seen him issued with 2 days of public service from the FIA. Horner has come to the defense of his driver, however, saying, "I don't think it got out of hand. Through the irresponsible actions of a backmarker we've lost a Grand Prix. And it just wasn't handled at all well by Ocon. It was totally irresponsible to be racing Max. Of course we don't condone violence in any way, but you have to understand that emotions are running very high." Horner then went on to reason that outbursts of such emotion are commonplace in other sports. "We have seen in other sports that there is interaction between players," said the Red Bull chief. "And it's down to the referee to step in and manage that." "What I don't know is what words were exchanged, and how Max was antagonized." Max Verstappen, F1 legend blasts Esteban Ocon over Brazilian Grand Prix crash. Verstappen had been leading the race after storming through the field in his Red Bull and overtaking. But on lap 44, Verstappen attempted to overtake Ocon's Force India and the two collided into turn 1. Verstappen spun and lost first place to Hamilton and ultimately finished just over a second behind the world champion. Verstappen physically confronted Ocon, pushing him several times in the FIA weighing room, and was later punished by stewards with 2 days of public service. But Villeneuve believes Ocon deserves all the blame for the incident and accused him of failing to take responsibility. "Ocon is an embarrassment," he told. "And the worst bit is everyone has seen what happened, and on the radio not even a 'sorry guys, I was wrong.' It's good to accept you're wrong. You can unlap yourself, but do it properly. You're not allowed to put the leader at risk at all. You don't do something that loses time for the other driver, and is taking a risk. Overtaking on the straight and you're in front is fine. But that looked like it was a battle for the lead. But also it shows he has no racecraft, zero racecraft whatsoever. All the incidents in the last 2 years where maybe it's his fault, maybe it's not, you can kind of think that maybe he was in the wrong, because he hasn't read the race properly. And he never learns, because it's never his fault, ever." After the race, Ocon defended himself against criticism. He said, "It's disappointing not to score when we had good pace. I had made some good overtakes throughout the race, but it all came to nothing after the contact with Max. He came out of the pits, I stayed behind him for nearly 2 laps, but I was much faster than him and the team advised me to physically myself. I went on the outside at turn 1, the same move I made on Fernando Alonso, and on many others before, but Max didn't give me any space. Once I was beside him I couldn't just disappear, so we collided. But it was my corner and I had the right to space.